Have you guys been canceled? See,
Yep.
we're part of the cancel culture. We've been canceled, so now we're like the island of misfit toys.
You've got to have fans and a following to be canceled. So Big Ben and I haven't gotten the fans yet.
Okay.
So are you going to tell me the games, or do you want me to pick the 10
I'm
games?
going to tell you the games, and then we're going to go through. We're going to banter around the games, and you'll pick the winner. So who do you like, Carolina or Houston?
Is Houston going to make it an interesting game? They're at home. Their fans will be psyched up. But there's no way Carolina's losing that game. They're going 3-0. You could put that down in ink.
The difference between the Texans and Carolina Panthers is one has Christian McCaffrey, the other one doesn't.
Yes.
The other one has David Johnson, who's washed up, Mark Ingram, who's washed up even more, and then Phillip Lindsay, who they cast off from Denver because they drafted Javonte Williams.
Chargers are playing in Kansas City.
But the way the Chiefs' defense played, that scares you a little bit. But I don't know whether Justin Herbert and that offense is going to be able to overcome that, especially in Kansas City, where the fans have got to be shaking their heads.
Nuts.
That game on Monday night, the way they let that game go.
The Cardinals play in Duval. They play the Jags.
It's funny, they already have odds out on the coaches on the hot seat, and people are already saying, the media, oh, man, Urban Meyer, he's not the right guy. As good as Trevor Lawrence is, he needs help around him. That team wasn't stacked. The reason they got him is because they sucked. That's how you get the number one pick. You don't get the number one pick because you're good.
Urban Meyer very well could jump on that plane, do a quick stopover in AZ, and pop up to LA, because that USC job isn't going to look too bad after he continues to have to deal with all the stuff in and around the NFL.
He might pull a Nick Saban, who went to Miami and then went back to the SEC after he experienced that.
People are saying that.
This one will be a good one because we've got Danny Dimes, not one of those quarterbacks that's looked good coming into the NFL.
Oh, man.
We've got the 0-2 Falcons against the 0-2 Giants.
I think this game should be on, like, Nickelodeon or someplace. You know? How bad is it in New York? The Jets suck. The Giants suck. The Mets shit the bed. The Yankees.
I'm K Winn, that disgruntled Seahawks fan, now Bills fan in the right-hand corner. That's Big Ben. I'm in Los Angeles, but I'm originally from the Bay Area, and I listen to a lot of you with KMDR and Gary Radnich. So it's great.
Beautiful.
It's a pleasure to have you on.
Now, where's Big Ben from?
And Tony, I'm up in Seattle. All I listen to is passive-aggressive sports radio about what we maybe should do with Russell Wilson.
And a lot of grunge. You have to listen to a lot of grunge.
My wife won't let me listen to anything else but Eddie Vedder, Dave Matthews, and maybe the occasional Nirvana. So you're exactly right, my friend.
We got Miami at Allegiant Stadium playing the 2-0 Raiders.
I mean, this is my number one lock of the weekend.
Champs, the Bucks in LA, SoFi Stadium, playing against the Rams.
I think Tampa Bay right now is clicking on all cylinders. There's not one part of that team that's weak. And so I think Brady is on a roll. He's got all these weapons. He can do anything he wants out there. He looks younger than he did 5 years ago when people thought he was shot. The stinking Green Bay Packers cost me a four-leg parlay. The easiest part of that parlay the other night was their best receiver scoring an anytime touchdown, and he was the guy that didn't score any touchdowns. That was the easiest of the 4 legs, and that was the one I lost. And that's an outrage. Not like
Aaron Rodgers actually had Aaron Jones on his fantasy team last week. That's why things turned out the way they did.
It had to
And
be.
two,
It had to be. Aaron Jones had a great
right?
game. But how do you not get the ball to Devontae Adams?
You know what's going to hurt? If Big Ben's Seahawks lose in Minnesota this weekend to go to 1-2, we've got Seattle in Minnesota.
And you know what Minnesota has next week? They've got Cleveland at home.
Moving into the Sunday night game, you've got Green Bay against my San Francisco 49ers. Packers 1-1, got a big win Monday night. Niners are limping their way into this game.
I'm going to pick the upset here. I'm taking the Green Bay Packers.